Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
Hello everyone and welcome back and thank you for being back, of course. And today's topic, as you can see, is going to be on gaslighting. Let me tell you how many times I've been gaslit. I do not know, but so many times. Hence, today we're going to be speaking about it. Of course, firstly, what is gaslighting? And trust me, I have a proper definition for you. Yes, I went and get a proper definition, and then we'll do the explaining. So, what is gaslighting? Gaslighting is a form of manipulation that occurs in an abusive relationship. It is an insidious and sometimes covert type of emotional abuse where the bully or abusers makes the target question their judgment and reality. Sounds familiar to anybody? Hi. Alright, so how to know that you're being gaslit, first of all? And a lot of the times we may not be able to pick up on the fact that we're being gaslit and because of the height of the moment and all of that. But sometimes when things happen, it's not until like long after we realize, well, wait, that's what happened. This person did so and so. This person deliberately put me into this situation. This person literally came to create the situation with a plan in mind. And it's not until sometimes long after that we realize that. And now, as our lovely definition just gave, it makes you the target. Question your reality, question your truth, question your judgment, question yourself, to a point where you're thinking, maybe I am exaggerating, but no, I'm not exaggerating, but the way that this person is portraying you or making you seem makes it seem as if you're exaggerating, or you don't know what you're talking about, or you need to rethink things. And sometimes we do need to do these things, but there is the specificity. Is that even a word? There's a specific moment where we're being gaslit. So hear me out. Alright, so I have here persons not taking into account what they did and turning or flipping the tables on you. Have you ever been in a situation, an instance, whereby someone did something to you, or someone did something generally that caused a scene or started up something, and they flip it on you to make it seem as if you were the one you're the one who's exaggerating or being inconclusive or whatever, right? Just like, for example, I just had a group assignment, right? And then there's this specific girl in the group who had a problem with me. We used to be friends, whatever. And then she had a problem with me because, well, I didn't do her part of the assignment anyways. So finally she did her part of the assignment, and it was 10 minutes long. Mind you, the entire assignment is supposed to be the entire presentation, sorry, is supposed to be 20 minutes long, and there's 6 of us in the group. How can you make your part alone 10 minutes long if the entire presentation is supposed to be 20 minutes long and there's 6 of us in the group? So I was already at a point whereby I was becoming frustrated with the group work because I had to be pressuring people and so on into doing their parts. And then she's going to hit me with the do whatever you want with it, because I don't see why you cannot put the 10-minute video in and holds the story as if making me look as if I'm the bad guy, as if I'm being, as I'm exaggerating or whatever, right? And I had to calm down, and I called my friend. I was like, hey, so and so sent me a 10-minute video when this entire presentation is supposed to be 20 minutes, just to make sure that, well, I wasn't really tripping. And these situations happen so much, and sometimes you really actually go check yourself, although 1 plus 1 is 2, and they're trying to convince everybody that you assuming that 1 plus 1 is 4, and you literally just said 1 plus 1 is 2. And I think these situations especially happen at the workplace, like especially in the workplace, because nobody wants to be the bad guy. Nobody wants to be the one who made the mistake, or who had the fault, who had the problem, or didn't get the task done. So a lot of gaslighting happens at the workplace, and sometimes we don't realize it until days after we really sit down and think about what just happened, and then we realize, wait, she gaslit me and made me act this way. Sometimes my coworker and I, close coworker and I, we may now and then have a back and forth, and she'll be like, "Oh, you're blowing things out of proportion. It don't call for all that." I was like, "No, you literally deliberately didn't do X or did X, and now that I'm complaining about you doing X, it's like I'm exaggerating or I'm doing too much." No, you're not even trying to take accountability for what you did or didn't do or was supposed to do or whatever, and now you're trying to flip the tables and make it look as if me complaining about it is me being me exaggerating or whatever. And when people look around, you're like, "Oh my goodness, why is she making a scene, or why is she nagging or whatever?" But you literally would just gaslit. You can't do what's wrong, and then when somebody calls you out on it, you're like, "Oh, the call," like, really? And I think um it happens at moments that you least expecting it. Also, one of to especially with people that you didn't expect it from, and then you can't see in that moment. You really can't say, "Well, I'm being gaslit right now." But if by chance you do notice that you are being gaslit, but before we go on to what you can do in the situation of being gaslit, just some things I notice with myself, especially at work, when I'm being gaslit, or in any, not especially at work, but in any situation where I'm being gaslit, I end up developing this kind of anxiety every time I'm at this same place. Anytime, like, let's say something happened, let's say something happened at church, right? And I was gaslit and it made things blow out of proportion or whatever, right? And then every time I go back to that same place, it's like I have to keep a head over my shoulders, or be very self-conscious of everything I do, everything I say. It kind of raises my anxiety, and I just want to get out of that place so fast. So yeah, that's one of the things, people who gaslight you, that's the effect that it can have on you, especially if it's something very constant. You always doubt yourself. Like, it's like anxiety, and it's like you can't breathe in this space. You need oxygen because you know shit could pop at any minute. Anyways, so what do you do? What can you do when you're being gaslit? And I know this may be a very tedious thing to do when you're being gaslit, but one of the things that I try to do, especially because it's with this particular person, it always happens to me with, sorry, I as soon as she comes to me, I know that she's about to try to gaslight me, right? So what I would do, I would try to remain as calm as possible and say as few words as possible. But what I would do, I would question her. I would stay calm and ask her questions. Okay, so who forgot to do this? And wait till she answers. And sometimes she tries to dodge the answer. I'm like, "No, who forgot to do this? Was it me?" And then she'll be like, "No." And then I'd be like, "Okay, who initially was supposed to do this? Who's responsible for this?" Hit her with some rhetorical ass questions. So, or I keep on saying her. Hit them with some rhetorical questions so that they can know, and everybody around them also could pick sense out of nonsense, and let them then look dumb. And that's what you do with gaslighters. Alright, so I am glad I got to share with you all on that, and I just feel like I had to, because it used to always happen to me, right? But I never knew what to do with it. I had no idea what to do with it, but now that I found something that actually works, I am able to share, and I am loving this. Anyways, thank you if you came to the end of this video. Thank you for watching the entire video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're not already subscribed, then please do so. And if you like this video, of course, give it a thumbs up and watch another video. Bye.